A locally produced podcast shares diverse stories of Asian American and Pacific Islanders living in the Bluegrass.
WDRB's Molly Jett explains how a conversation between 4 AAPI Kentuckians turned into a podcast for Kentucky and beyond. Molly?
Yes, this podcast is called Where Y'all Really From? Now, 4 Kentuckians started it after the 2021 Atlanta Spa shootings, where a shooter killed 8 people, including 6 Asian women.
Welcome to Where Y'all Really From?
The podcast that started with 4.
Dan is from Lexington, May is from Berea, Kentucky, and me and Nima live here in Louisville, and I grew up in Northern Kentucky.
Who wanted to give a voice to Asian American and Pacific Islander Kentuckians.
I've always identified as a Filipina Kentuckian. I was actually born in the Philippines, and we moved to the U.S. when I was around 5, and then my mom and I moved to Northern Kentucky when I was around 7.
Our family moved here from India when I was 6 years old, so that my brother could attend the DePaul school. So Kentucky's always held a very special place in all our hearts.
Nima Kulkarni came up with the podcast idea. Charlene Buckles introduced it to Louisville Public Media. She thought it was an important issue to tackle after the March 2021 Spa shooting in Atlanta.
There was really this awakening almost, I think, for many AAPI communities.
From there, it launched in September 2021.
Because nothing like this has really been done in Kentucky. And it's helpful for our AAPI community to know that somebody's listening, that people are interested and aware of how important their stories are.
They interview people one-on-one to share their unique experiences.
The hope is that others do hear these stories and they feel seen and they feel like they're not alone.
During the 2020 U.S. Census, there were more than 108,000 Kentuckians with Asian and Pacific Islander identities.
The hope is that everyone sees themselves in these stories and humanizes each other and finds some kind of bond.
Bringing stories of culture from Japan, China, Pakistan, and more to the Bluegrass. You can listen to Where You All Really From episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or NPR One. The podcast is in its 2nd season.
And this coincides, our reporting coincides with AAPI Heritage Month this month.
Sure does.
Thank you so much, Molly. I appreciate your reporting.